The Phillies released Nick Castellanos, who is maybe most famous for the most perfectly timed home run in the history of announcing. He is a free agent. He hit 17 home runs last year with the Phillies Bowl. He plays the outfield DH. I even saw he plays a little first base if needed, but I'm not quite sure that's where he fits in best. The Guardians haven't signed anyone to add to their offensive repertoire. Bull. Would you rather see them make a move at a Nick Castellanos or just continue to hope and pray that their young outfielders develop into serviceable hitters?
I don't pray, so I won't be hoping and I won't be praying, but I will hope that the young outfielders can improve. I've been saying all offseason the Guardians need to be aggressive offensively. They have done literally nothing.
Yeah.
They have not added a single outside player to this team on the offensive side of the ball on a major league contract. Not one. So that's disappointing. But Nicholas Castellanos' shot, he also ended very badly. He was bringing beer into the
you saw that.
on the dugout. He can't play the field. His numbers were terrible. He is a cratering player. All right, the Phillies are a World Series contender. You don't cut a guy who like his numbers are not awful from last year. There's a reason you cut a guy.
Do you get cut in baseball?
That's rare.
You only never get cut in baseball.
It's very rare. Like, they still got to pay him. I know you'd have to pay him nothing, but I'd rather them if all along I've wanted them to sign a veteran, but I don't think that Nick Castellanos at this point is any better than the guys they're going to put out there.
If they sign him tomorrow, would you be upset?
I wouldn't be upset, but I wouldn't do it. Like, if they do it, okay.
This does not seem
I'd rather play Chase. Like, if it means Chase the Water's not going to play, then I wouldn't like it, yes. Yeah. If it means, some of these other guys, like Nolan Jones is not going to play, okay, fine. Like, he'll still hit you some home run. He's terrible in the field. Absolutely awful. And his hitting took a huge drop last year. And, like, even some of his own teammates in Philly were like, he disrespected the manager. Like, we can't have that guy here.
This don't sound like no Guardians
I
move.
totally agree.
The best free agent out there still, there's still one guy who I'd be interested in, even though, once again, he's not a perfect fit from a defensive standpoint, and that's Reese Hoskins. Like, I could use him as my DH or first base between him and Manzardo. Like, if you added him, he's not an outfielder, so he's not affecting DeLauder really at all. And if that means less at bats for Nolan Jones and whatever, that's fine. I'd sign. You could have Hoskins 1 year, $8 million. Like, what did Hoskins? Hoskins was hurt last year, part of the season, but he's a decent player. He's younger than Castellanos, and you could have. If he hasn't signed yet, he's not getting paid anything. He's getting a 1 year deal. You could probably pay him $10 million. What were his numbers last year, Mike? Reese Hoskins. And keep in mind he was hurt. He missed a decent amount of time.
RHYS.
Yeah, RHYS, Hoskins.
Last year, Reese Hoskins.
How many games did he play?
He played in 90 games. 328.
Okay, played about a little over half the season.
Yeah, he hit 12 home runs, 66 hits, hit 237, 43 RBIs. An OPS of 450, basically.
No, his OPS could be 450.
750. Sorry, 750.
Yeah, that's better than Castellanos.
Are you at the point where you just say, all right, y'all not going to do nothing?
Yeah.
Give every opportunity to these young dudes and just give them what I don't want to see is you don't go after nobody and then you play them, but they yank them out. They sit them up. They put them down. I want to see
DeLauder
a whole year.
Has to be in the big leagues to start the season if you're not going to do anything.
Has to be?
Has to be. He's their best prospect.
I don't disagree. I think he should be. Are you willing to guarantee he's going to be
on the it's them. I'm not going to guarantee
what I'm saying.
I'm saying in my mind he has to be.
But why not? He
absolutely should be on the roster.
These dudes is old.
Assuming he's healthy.
These dudes is not new. They old prospects. We've been hearing about him forever.
Of course he should be.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure that he's not going to spend the first 3 weeks.
I'm not convinced either. You're right, but he should be.
But I also don't know. It's the DeJuan conversation. How can you count on DeLauder and Valera to be healthy all year? They've never been healthy.
You can't.
How are they suddenly going to be healthy?
Well, that's why I would sign Reese Hoskins.
Well, that's why Nolan Jones is here.
Well, he stinks. You know what? It's possible he could bounce back this year. It's possible, I would. Reese Hoskins is cheap. and available.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good player in his prime.
Yeah.
He's not a superstar, obviously, but, like, how many home runs did he have last year?
12.
12 home runs in 90 games. Like, an OPS of 750.
You can't get that from
pretty
Blair.
solid.
You can't get that from Blair and DeLauder and Cafis now.
Well, why can't you have those guys and him? You're Mr. Project Stockpile.
They haven't even got the Minimoskis yet.
Yeah, I mean, sign Hoskins.
What I look at is, okay, why won't they just do this? We're gonna put DeLauder out there and he's gonna play the whole season.
If he's healthy,
and
it's a big if.
And even if he's healthy and he's just trash, then you're like, bro, we gave you a whole season where we can move on.
He won't be trash if he's healthy.
Okay.
He might not be great, but he won't be trash.
But at least give me a body of work so I know what to work with. Don't give me the 3 weeks up and then 2 weeks down.
It won't with him.
No. Once he gets, once he's up, he's up.
I believe that.
But
unless he's,
assuming they're healthy and not a disaster in spring training, Valera, Cafis, and DeLauder, there's no reason that all three of them should not be on the opening day roster.
Way too early roster. Who's starting in the outfield? Go.
I'm going to say
opening day.
DeLauder, Valera, and Quan.
Are you sure Quan's here?
I'm not sure he's here. I've been saying all along he could get traded.
Yeah.
How he would get traded this late in the game?
I mean, it is late, but it's not. I mean, spring training is just getting started. So I actually agree with that is what it should be. Exactly what you said. Although we talked about DeLauder's injuries. Now you're going to make him a center fielder where you're exposing him to more.
Well, what they really should do is Stephen Kwan should get his ass in center field.
Absolutely agree. I totally agree.
And then you could play Valera and DeLauder on the corners.
Yep.
And there you go. And then have Manzardo and Cafis between first base and DH.
Yeah.
And then hopefully Bazzana by the summer is ready to go.
That sounds intriguing.
And Nolan Jones is there in case of injury.
He's your fourth, fifth outfielder, and there'll be injuries. It's part of it.
And Nolan can play all three spots.
But I would much rather sign Reese Hoskins than Nick Castellanos. He's younger, he's better.
And the thing about he's right-handed. Reese is right-handed, right? I think
you're right.
Pro Baseball Reference tab.
He's what?
Don't ask me.
I didn't hear what he said.
I think he's right-handed. I don't know why it's not coming to me off the top of my head right now.
Because they could use a right-handed bat. They're so lefty heavy.
He is right-handed, right?
He is, yeah.